Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into an essential topic: how to master the art of apologizing. None of us are perfect, and in relationships, it's not about achieving perfection. Instead, it's about learning how to recover when things go awry. When we make mistakes, experience friction, or hit a bump in the road of love. A great apology is one of the most powerful tools we have to repair, reconnect, and create something meaningful and lasting. Now, you might be thinking, I already know how to apologize. But the truth is, most people don't know how to do it effectively. I didn't either until I learned a powerful framework from Pam Hendrickson, who worked alongside Tony Robbins as his program director for nearly 2 decades. Her insights on interpersonal dynamics and relationship building completely transformed how I approach apologies. Today, I'm sharing her 4-step formula, along with a personal story that illustrates its impact. Let's jump in. Why apologies matter in relationships. Before we dive into the steps, let's talk about why apologies are so crucial. Every relationship, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, will encounter challenges. What sets strong relationships apart isn't the absence of problems, but the ability to recover from them. A sincere, well-executed apology can bridge the gap created by mistakes, restore trust, and deepen emotional intimacy. It's a skill that not only mends but also strengthens bonds. However, not all apologies are created equal. And I'm sorry with no follow-through can sometimes do more harm than good. To truly repair the connection, an apology must demonstrate accountability, effort, and a commitment to growth. That's where this 4-step framework comes in. The 4 steps to a great apology. Step 1. Acknowledge what happened and take responsibility. The first step is to clearly state what happened and own your part in it. This step is about accountability. Avoid deflecting, making excuses, or minimizing the impact of your actions. Acknowledging the mistake shows the other person that you're aware of the problem and willing to face it. For example, you might say, I promised I'd be home by a certain time, but I got distracted and didn't honor that commitment. I take full responsibility for breaking our agreement. Notice how this statement avoids placing blame or justifying the behavior. Step 2. Highlight what you're already doing to fix the problem. An apology isn't just words. It's also actions. Step 2 involves sharing what you've done or are currently doing to address the issue. This demonstrates your dedication to making things right and helps the other person feel heard and valued. For instance, you could say, I realize my mistake caused you to miss your nail appointment. Right now, I'm taking over baby duty so you can reschedule and have some much-needed time for yourself. Even small efforts can go a long way in showing your commitment to repair. Step 3. Commit to a system to prevent it from happening again. This step is where many apologies fall short. It's not enough to fix the immediate issue. You also need to implement a plan to prevent future mistakes. This step reassures the other person that you're committed to growth and respect for their boundaries. For example, you might say, moving forward, I'll make sure to keep my phone with me and set reminders so I can honor our commitments. I'm also recommitting to open communication about plans. By creating a system, you're demonstrating that you value the relationship enough to make changes. Step 4. Ask, is there anything else I can do to make it right? The final step is the most personal and powerful. By asking the other person what they need, you're giving them the opportunity to express their feelings and suggest solutions. This step shows humility, empathy, and a willingness to go the extra mile. You might say, I want to make this right. Is there anything else I can do to help? Sometimes the request will be as simple as a hug or an acknowledgement of their feelings. Other times it might involve more substantial efforts. Either way, this step ensures the apology feels complete. Applying the steps. A personal story. Let me share a real-life example of how I applied these steps in my own relationship. When my wife Irene and I had our first daughter, life was hectic. One Saturday, I told Irene I'd run some errands and be back within an hour. She agreed, assuming I'd stick to the plan. But as the day unfolded, things didn't go as planned. My buddy called and invited me to run errands together. As we were out, he mentioned a new brewery nearby. We decided to check it out and ended up losing track of time. By the time I realized how late it was, I was already an hour and a half past when I'd promised to be home. Worse, I'd left my phone in the car and missed several calls from Irene. When I finally got home, Irene was understandably upset. She explained how she'd been looking forward to some time for herself, which she'd missed because of my delay. Here's how I used the 4 steps to repair the situation. Acknowledge and take responsibility. I said, "You're absolutely right. I promised I'd be back in an hour, but I lost track of time at the brewery. That was completely my fault, and I take full responsibility." State what I was doing to fix it. I immediately offered to take over baby duty so she could reschedule her plans. I said, "Why don't you book another nail appointment now? I'll handle everything here so you can have your time." Commit to a system. I promise to always keep my phone with me and set reminders for time-sensitive commitments. I added, "I'll make sure this doesn't happen again by sticking to the times we agree on." Ask if there was anything else. Finally, I asked, "Is there anything else I can do to make it right?" Irene's response was simple. "Give me a kiss." That small gesture helped us reconnect emotionally and move forward. By following these steps, I was able to turn a moment of disconnection into an opportunity for deeper understanding and growth. Why this framework works? This 4-step framework works because it addresses both the emotional and practical aspects of an apology. It acknowledges the hurt caused, demonstrates accountability, and provides a clear path toward rebuilding trust. It's not just about saying the right words, but about taking meaningful actions that show your commitment to the relationship. Additionally, this process helps both parties feel valued and understood. The person apologizing feels empowered to make amends, while the person receiving the apology feels seen and respected. Taking it to the next level. Now that you know the steps, I encourage you to share this framework with the people in your life. When both parties in a relationship understand how to apologize effectively, it creates a shared language for resolving conflicts. It also sets the foundation for a stronger, more connected partnership. Think about the last time someone apologized to you. What stood out? Was there anything missing? Or consider the last time you apologized. Did you follow all 4 steps? Or did you skip one? Reflecting on these experiences can help you refine your approach moving forward. Final thoughts. Mistakes are inevitable, but they don't have to define your relationships. By mastering the art of a great apology, you can turn moments of friction into opportunities for growth and connection. Remember the 4 steps. Acknowledge and take responsibility, share what you're doing to fix the problem, commit to a prevention plan, and ask if there's anything more you can do. These steps are simple yet powerful tools for building trust, respect, and intimacy. Thank you for joining me today. If this framework resonates with you, share it with others and start practicing it in your own life. Let's create a ripple effect of healthier, more connected relationships. And don't forget to check out the resources linked below to expand your understanding of love and communication. Until next time, take care and keep building the love in your life.